Hello everyone, I hope that you're having a good day. Today we're gonna continue with the unit number 12 and here we have a reading topic. The exercise 1 says, you're going to read about special hotels around the world. Match the pictures 1 to 4 with the reviews A to D. Alright, so here we have these 4 reviews and these 4 pictures. So please take your time to read it and do the exercise. Alright, if you finish, now here we have the exercise number 2. That says, work with a partner. Answer the questions about the hotels. Alright, so here we have 4 questions related to these hotels and you must write the answers in your notebook. Okay, so please do it, and when you finish, you're gonna discuss this question with your classmates. What's the best or worst hotel you've ever stayed in? Okay, so do these exercises and when you finish, we'll continue. Alright, let's move on to the next page, and here we have a grammar topic that is called passive. Before explaining the passive, let's do the exercise number 1 so that we can have a little idea of what this is. Alright, so in the exercise 1 we have, look at the table and decide if the statements A to C are true or false. So let's take a look to this table. Here we have 2 sentences. Somebody built the first capsule hotel in Osaka. Something separates the male and female rooms, alright? And these are active sentences. As you can see, we have a subject, a verb, and an object, alright? Then, here we have the same sentences, but now they are passive. How is it? For example, instead of saying somebody built the first capsule hotel in Osaka, we have the first capsule hotel was built in Osaka. What is the difference that you can see here? Well, that we're using the object as a subject, right? The first capsule hotel will be the object of this sentence in the active sentence, but in the passive, it will be the subject. Here, the male and female rooms is the object, but now we're using it as a subject, the male and female rooms. What else is different in these 2 sentences? Well, that here we have the verb in past, built, and here we have the verb in passive, was built. Here we have separates, and here we have are separated. Alright? Now, let's take a look to the sentences. It says, the object of an active sentence becomes the subject of a passive sentence. Is this true or false? It is true, it's what we just said. For example, here, the object, the male and female rooms, in an active sentence is the subject, the male and female rooms, in the passive sentence, alright? Then, you make the passive with the correct form of verb be, is, was, plus a past participle made use. Let's take a look. Here we have was, built, right? Are separate. These verbs are in past participle, so this is true. Then in the letter C we have, you can use passive verb structures to talk about actions when it doesn't matter or you don't know who performed them. Right? For example, here, we don't know who did the action because it was only somebody. And we don't know what separates the room because it is only something, but we don't know what. So this is true. It doesn't matter who built the hotel, it doesn't matter what separates the rooms, or we just don't know it. Okay? Now, let's give an explanation to the topic. Here it says that passive is the type of sentence in which an action or an object of a sentence is more important. Okay, so the subject is not very important. The person who does the action is not very important. For example, here we have this sentence, my brother makes a sandwich. This is an active sentence. And the object of this sentence, as you can see, is a sandwich. Okay, this is the object. If we want to say this same sentence in passive, we will say a sandwich is made. This now is the subject, right? So it is a passive sentence. As you can see, we are using the object now as a subject. Another example could be, she did the homework. What will be the object of this sentence? The homework. That's right. If we want to save this same sentence in passive, we could say the homework was done. And now the object is the subject. Alright? Now, as you can see here in passive, we have this structure. We have the object, that is now the subject. Then we have the verb be and the past participle of the verb. For example, here, a sandwich is made. Like it is a sandwich, well, the verb be is. And well, here we're using the verb makes, but like we have to write it in past participle, well, we're gonna write made. Alright? In this case, we're using was as the verb be because this sentence is in past. So we cannot say the homework is done because we're talking in past. The homework was done. The homework was done is the verb be, and then done will be the past participle of did. Alright? Very good, guys. Well, that's everything you need to know about this topic. As you can see, it's not that difficult. Just remember to use the verb be correctly and the past participle of the verbs, right? Now, in the exercise number 2, we have complete the questions and answers, right? So here we have these questions, and these are the possible answers to those questions. For example, the letter A we have, was your house built before 1980? Yes, it was, or no, it wasn't. Then, were your shoes designed in Italy? Yes, they. Well, we cannot say was. We must use were, and the negative weren't. Now pay attention. Here we're using is because we're talking about right now. Is your salary paid by check in present? Over here, your shoes designed in Italy. The design of those shoes were done in past. That's why we're using were. Also here, your house was built in past. That's why you're using was. Or for example here that you say last week. So here you're gonna use were because we have you and we're talking in past. Okay, so complete this, guys, and when you finish, I'll play the audio so that you can check your answers. All right, here goes the audio.
Track 44. A.
Was your house built before 1980?
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't.
B.
Were your shoes designed in Italy?
Yes, they were. No, they weren't.
C.
Is your salary paid by check?
Yes, it is. No, it isn't.
D.
Were you invited to any parties last week?
Yes, I was. No, I wasn't.
E.
Is your name spelled the same in English?
Yes, it is. No, it isn't.
F.
Was your cell phone made in Japan?
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't.
Very good. Now, the exercise number 3 says work with a partner. Ask and answer the questions in exercise 2. So you already know what to do. You're gonna call your classmates and you're gonna ask them these questions. And they have to give you the correct answer according to them. For example, if their house was built before 1980, they're gonna say yes, it was. But if it wasn't, well, no, it wasn't. Alright? So please do it, and when you finish, we'll continue. Alright, let's move on now to the speaking topic. Here we have, listen to Kuro talking about the most incredible building he's ever seen. Underline the correct information. Alright, so I'm gonna play an audio and please pay attention. Here it goes.
Track 45. The most incredible building I've ever seen is the Alhambra. It's a beautiful palace in Granada, in the south of Spain. The first time I saw the Alhambra Palace was when I was 18. I went to visit my brother who is studying in Granada. I think it was built in the 13th or 14th century for the Moorish kings. Alhambra is an Arabic name. It means red, probably because of the color of the walls. It's an enormous building. I don't know who the architect was, but the style is Moorish or Islamic. I love the gardens. Water is very important. You can hear water running wherever you go. But it isn't only the building that's so great. I think the location is the most incredible thing about it. It's built on a hill overlooking Granada, with the Sierra Nevada mountains in the background. I've been there 4 times, and each time I think it is more beautiful. In my opinion, it is definitely one of the 7 wonders of the modern world.
Alright, now that you have listened to the audio, you must choose the correct alternative for these questions. And when you finish, now you're gonna call your classmates and you're gonna tell them about the most incredible building you've ever seen. Right? You already know how to do this. You're gonna ask yourself these questions so that you can think about what to say and how to say it. And when you finish, well, you're gonna call them and tell them about that incredible building. And well, when you finish that exercise, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for your attention and see you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.